Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who were well and the college of truth. Today's lesson really going to go into this article, something real quick. Going into, as you see it, the title, State of Emergency Declared in Israel until September 30th amid Israeli escalations against Lebanon. And this was published September 23rd, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. So 2 days ago, again, state of emergency declared in Israel until September 30th amid Israeli escalations against Lebanon. It says declaration follows Israeli army assassination attempts against Ali Karkeh, senior Hezbollah top commander. And we're seeing that, things are beginning to escalate. Things have already been escalating, but they're continuing to intensify and grow in intensity as we draw closer to the end. So we're seeing a state of emergency in the land of Israel, and it's coming soon to America. Which is really just martial law. State of emergency is really just martial law. Because as we're going to read into it, let's just get the first couple articles and go from there. Because real quick, actually, let's get this real quick. Habakkuk 2. Where is it at? I'm in New Testament. Habakkuk 2 and verse 3 in the KJV. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So this vision is speaking about now. We believe through the Spirit and power of Yahweh that vision, which is for an appointed time, is now. In this generation, man. Real quick, let's get that word vision. It says H2377 Chazawan, I believe. It says vision, oracle, prophecy, divine communication. So yeah, a revelation. So yeah, this is prophecy, man. This right here is prophecy. What we're seeing right now going on in the world is prophecy, and that's the spirit that we should be in consistently. Real quick, Revelation. And you can also precept this with Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 39 and 1. But this is Revelation 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. So this is what we got to be in. This is the spirit that we have to be in. The times that we're living in are evil, and we got to be focused on prophecy, things that are going on in the world, and not focused on, the lust of the flesh and the pride of life, as it says in 1 John 2 and 15, love not the world. So we can't be focused on what's going on in this world carnally, but be focused on what's going on in this world spiritually. The war drums beating, prophecy being fulfilled, pestilences, plagues, the sword, destruction. This is what we're focusing on, man, and not the things that the carnal eye focuses on. As it says in Ephesians 5 in verse 26, not 26, but 13. We'll start at 13. 14. Ephesians 5 and 14. Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and then Mashiach shall give thee light. So it's not time to be asleep. Now is not the time to be asleep, focusing on the carnality of this world, the vanity of this world, but focusing on the spirituality that is going on in this world and the prophecy that is going on in society as we draw closer and closer to the end. Verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. The days that we are in right now are evil, and as we get close to the end, it's only going to get more and more deadly. It's going to get more and more evil. I never looked up the word evil. Let's see. It might not say no. It might. So it says G4190, full of labors, annoyances, hardships, harassed by labors, bringing toils and annoyances, perils. Let's look up that word perils. Look up serious and immediate danger. This is what we're in consistently, and as we get closer, it's only going to be more and more perilous times. It says the dangers or difficulties that arise from a particular situation or activity. And what does it say? We'll come back to this real quick. It's like if I'm all over the place. Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he know that he hath but a short time. So we are coming to those times when Esau, Edom, so-called white man, generally speaking, is going to come down with great wrath. Very perilous time. We are in perilous times, and it's only going to get worse. That's what it says. I believe it's in 2 Timothy 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, and it's going to get worse, man. This is the beginning of sorrows. It won't be the beginning forever. Sometime we got to reach that climax, and we will reach that climax very soon. We believe through the Spirit power of Yahweh Shai. So, because what does it say? That word evil. It said fools. I think it was verse 16 actually. Slakim. Yeah. Evil. G4190, pressed and harassed by labors, bad or of a bad nature or condition. In an ethical sense, evil, wicked, bad. Come on, man. This is what these are the times that we're living in, wicked, evil times. Vicious. Immoral, cruel, violent. See what this word means. Not saying much. Mischief, malice, the devil, bad, evil, grievous, harm, lewd, malicious. These are the times that we're entering into, man, and these are the times that we're in. So it says again, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So we can't be walking around foolish as the fools do, focus on the carnality of this world, but being wise and focusing on the spirituality of this world and what's going on through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shai concerning prophecy. So going back to that, we got that Revelation 19. We'll get that Habakkuk 2 and 3 again and go from there, because that's where we started at. Bring it back full circle, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, and we believe that we are in that appointed time of when all these things are going to be fulfilled, when the prophecy is going to be fulfilled, when the evil times that we have been speaking about, starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, the RFID micro C-hit being implemented and mandated, the World War III, America being destroyed. We believe that we are in those times, man. As we get closer and closer to the end, it's only going to get more and more evil. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. And we believe that the prophecy is speaking. It's clear, it's manifest. It's clear to see that the prophecies are speaking. The words of Yahweh Shai are yelling and manifesting themselves before the people, before the world. It's clear to see, man. If you have eyes to see and ears to hear. So get into this article real quick. It says the Israeli government on Monday evening announced a nationwide state of emergency until September 30th amid its escalating strikes on Lebanon and anticipated expansion of Hezbollah rockets firing towards Israel. According to the Israeli daily Yediot Aharonot, Israeli cabinet ministers voted to declare a special home front situation throughout Israel. The vote was done by telephone as proposed by Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, the newspaper added. So here's the point right here, the fourth paragraph. Daily Haaretz said that under the declaration, the army is granted powers to issue instructions to the Israeli public, allowing it to ban gatherings, limit studies, and issue additional instructions required to save lives. So we're seeing that right now the Israeli army has powers and has authority to say you can't gather together, you can't come here, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can only study. You can only get together for 30 minutes, then you got to go back home. You can only get together and study and do this and do that for 10 minutes, and then you got to get back to the house, bro. And if you don't, then I'm sure there would be fines. What if the people don't want to listen to the army? Then there's going to be repercussions, and that is coming to America. It don't say if there would be consequences, but there's got to be consequences. If the army has, you can get thrown in jail, you can get fined, imprisoned. So we're seeing these things are coming to pass, man, and it's about to come to America. These are things that must needs come to pass, and the scriptures say are going to come to pass. 2 Ezra 15 and verse we'll start at verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Salakia. So we're seeing that you think the American citizen is going to listen to what Sleepy Joe has to say, even Kamala Harris, even Trump. You think they're going to listen? Once the martial law is implemented? You think they're going to listen? Nah, I'm not staying home. You ain't going to keep me at the home. You ain't going to keep me at the house. And these things are coming. They're not going to regard what any of their leaders, quote unquote leaders, are saying. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. There's going to be roadblocks. Yeah, you can't go into this city. You can only stay within the confinements of the area that we allow you to stay in. You can only go this far. You can't, if you want to go state to state, you're going to need a special permission from the government, from the army. There's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be you ain't going to be able to get together. And that's what we're seeing in Israel right now, man. Right now until September 30th. What is it, September 25th? So for the next 5 days, they're going to be under lockdown, under a state of emergency. Let's see what is a state of emergency. It says a state of emergency is a situation in which a government is empowered to put through policies that it would normally not be permitted to do. For the safety and, quote unquote, there should be quotations right here, for the safety and protection of its citizens. A government can declare such a state before, during, or after a natural disaster, civil unrest, armed conflict, which is what we're seeing right now, medical pandemic or epidemic or other biosecurity risk. So what does it say again? So there's going to be more draconian laws. Yeah, you can't go. You can't go there, and if you do, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you dead. I'm gonna take you to a concentration camp. Either listen or bow down. Either bow down or die. Listen or go to this concentration camp. Again, because what does it say? A state of emergency is a situation in which a government is empowered to put through policies that it would normally not be permitted to do. So the only way that they can bring forth their draconian laws, their lockdowns, you can't go nowhere, you can't cross the border, you can't go into another city, is to bring forth a state of emergency, a martial law. Let's see this real quick. Is a state of emergency and martial law synonymous. I believe I spelled that right. Okay, so it says that in general, a declaration of emergency, so a state of emergency, is more common than a declaration of martial law because it's easier to reverse. So it's easier to reverse a state of emergency than it would be to declare martial or to reverse a martial law. But it's like a lower, it's like a lesser version of martial law. Rather than declaring martial law and handing over power to the military in case of a hurricane or earthquake, governments are much more likely to declare a state of emergency. When a state of emergency is declared, the government may expand its powers or limit the rights of its citizens. So even during a state, it's just a lesser form of martial law. But a martial law is coming to this society. It says a state of emergency is declared, the government may expand its powers so it get more power, and it limits your rights as a citizen, man. Yeah, you can look it up as well on your own. I might look it up a little bit going into the difference between martial law and a state of emergency, because so it's a lesser form, and you really can't reverse martial law is what it's basically saying. Let's look this up real quick. When would the government, or we'll say when would somebody implement martial law? Martial law is usually implemented when a country or citizen's traditional methods of maintaining order are no longer sufficient to keep the public safe. Some reasons for declaring martial law include civil unrest, natural disasters, military occupation, coup d'etat. Military occupation. Martial law may be declared when a country's military occupies foreign territories, such as at the end of a war. Martial law is a last resort that can have negative consequences for a country and its citizens. It says suspension of civil rights. Martial law can suspend civil rights and personal freedoms, such as forcing citizens to stay in their homes or adhere to curfews. Did we not just read that in 2 Corinthians 15? And 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You can't go there. You can't go there, man. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. These are the times that we're coming into, man. This is the prophecy. And what does it say? Martial law can suspend civil rights and personal freedoms, such as forcing citizens to stay in their homes or adhere to curfews. Martial law can suspend habeas corpus, a law that requires law enforcement to have a reason for detaining someone. So, come on, man. Let's read that again. Listen to the words that is coming out of my mouth. Martial law can suspend habeas corpus, a law that requires law enforcement to have a reason for detaining someone. So if there's a martial law, they no longer need a reason to detain you. During martial law, they no longer need a reason to pull you over. They see you driving out at night, and it's martial law, bro. You going into the concentration camp. You going and getting in the cabin and going off and never to be seen again. They can run up in your home without a court order. They can break down your door and take you somewhere without a court order. They don't need a reason, no, bro. They don't need a reason anymore to detain you, to take you off somewhere, man. And these are the times that we're living in, and people want to continue to play games. For great tribulation. Civil unrest is coming. Jacob's trouble is coming. All hell breaking loose is coming to this society very soon, man. And we're seeing a lesser form of it right now. in Israel. Even if it's short, even if it's 6 or 7 days, it's short. And it's a test run to see, okay, how's the people going to react? But we know Americans ain't going to like it. And they're going to try to come up against it. And that's when they're going to have to crack down even harder. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, and to the fold. And before I end it off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Achakwadash. And double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of a great millstone. Until next time, Shalom.